Okay, what's up everybody? It's time for part 2 of my vinyl update for December 2014, January 2015, and yeah, so most of these records in this batch are bargain bin records that I either found at a Goodwill thrift store for $1, and a good portion of the front ones are. And actually I found a lot more than I'm going to show. I found probably a stack this big of other ones that I'm sending out as VCLT to people that I know are looking for these albums. So they were in, very good to very good plus, and some of them were near mint condition. So I'll show those. And then the rest were purchased in Phoenix, Arizona at Thrifty Joe's and Zia Records. And I'll throw a little clip in here of Zia Records, or maybe I'll just throw it at the end or something like that, of my friend Randy Michaud and I as we went out looking for records out in Phoenix this past, was it New Year's Eve, I believe it was. And so yeah, let's get right to it because I got a lot to show and I don't want this to be a long video. But this is one I was really psyched to find because I don't have on a vinyl. Kicks, Cool Kids. Always liked Kicks, thought they were a very underrated band. Of course, people shrug them off as just another hair metal band, but they really had a different kind of sound edge to them, almost a punky edge, especially early on, and I really enjoy this album. Love Kicks. They have a brand new album out, by the way, which I don't have yet and would like to get. Big fan of Kicks. Really like them. So this is kind of a cool one. Master of Metal compilation, one of those K-Tail compilations. And what do we have on here? Black Sabbath, Trash, Y&T, Dokken, Zebra, Dio, Crocus, Kiss, Van Halen, Twisted Sister, Triumph, Rush, Iron Maiden, and Rainbow. So I don't know. People thought those K-Tail compilations were corny, and they probably are corny. Who cares? But I don't know. I just thought it was kind of a fun one, and it was a $1 bin record and in decent shape, so I snagged it. There's next another one, a great one that I didn't have on vinyl, have had it on CD forever. Joe Satriani, Circling with the Alien. Yeah, I really like this album. I'm not a huge fan of instrumental shred stuff, but I do like some of it, and I was kind of glad to find this one with the original inner sleeve in very good shape. As you can see, the cover's in good shape, the vinyl's in great shape. The Relativity label. This was his second full-length album. A little bit of Southern rock here. The Outlaws. I think this was a gatefold. I'll show you the gatefold real quick while I got it open. Gatefold album. The Outlaws. This one I already have a couple copies of, but I'll always pick up Ted Nugent when I see it, and this was a decent copy of the original pressing, original Epic label for $1. I played it a couple times already just to check it out. Has a little bit of crackling noise, not too bad. But yeah, I'm going to keep this one for my collection because it's actually probably a little better than the original pressing that I had. I do have a second pressing that's almost mint that I usually use to play, but I'm going to keep this one as well. So for $1, I was surprised to find it in this good a shape. Even the cover, it's got a little bit of ring wear at the top, but I really don't mind a little bit of ring wear at all. Triumph Allied Forces, Canadian Power Trio, classic stuff. You don't really have to talk much about that. Everybody knows. I found 2 copies of this next one. David Lee Roth Skyscraper. Kind of surprised to find this one in there for $1 and in such good shape. And I ended up buying both copies, one for myself and one for SMF Captain Howdy, John, because he happened to be looking for it as well. So yeah, score, 2 albums in very good condition for $1 each. Can't beat that. Then the next one, I don't know, the next one I bought mostly for 1 or 2 songs. The Iron Eagle soundtrack. And the 2 songs I bought on here, I looked for to get on here was Dio, of course. He had recorded Hide the Rainbow was on here, which was exclusive to this album, and also Helix, It's Too Late. But there's also King Cobra on here, which I also like. But it was really the Helix and the Dio track that that convinced me to buy this record. A lot of the other stuff on here, it's okay, but there's also Queen on here, so there's some good, decent stuff on this soundtrack, especially for $1. Next one is Subject, Aldo Nova. I believe this is his second album. Can't say that I'm a huge Aldo Nova fan. I do like some of his stuff. Have some of it on CD, but for $1, couldn't leave it sit there. So surprisingly, I don't have this on vinyl yet, so I do now. ZZ Top, Eliminator, have it on CD. just one of those ones you see all over the place, and I always just leave them there because it's something I want more. And so I grabbed this one for $1. It's in very good shape. I believe it has the inner sleeve as well. Yeah, inner sleeve. As you can see, it's got a little bit of a tear on the bottom, but otherwise it's in really good shape. And the vinyl's, Warner Brothers, it's in pretty good shape too. I say very good to very good plus shape. I'm not gonna say it's mint, but it plays well. I checked it out and it sounds good. So score for $1. Billy Thorpe, Children of the Sun Revisited, I believe it's called. Yeah, I haven't checked this one out yet. I mean, I know the song Children of the Sun. I've heard it a million times, but my exposure to Billy Thorpe is pretty minimal. So I'll have to check this one out and see if I like it or not. Maybe you guys, know something more about that one. Could let me know. The YOUNGBLOOD soundtrack. Yeah, this one. I don't know about this one. Autograph is on here, so that was really the only band who, grabbed my attention. So why not? I'll check it out for such a low price. Okay, the rest of them were purchased, like I said, in Arizona.
Background music.
What's up, everybody? This is Scott from the Left Toe Metal, and this is Drog. And we're out in Tempe, Arizona, and we're going to hit a few record stores. And hey, we thought we'd just take y'all along with us. So first place we're going to hit is, well, after some lunch, is Zia Records. So we'll see you there. Zia Records, Tempe, Arizona.
Yep, pretty new store. Just moved
So
here a
we're
couple years
heading right
ago.
now.
Awesome car alarm going off in the back.
Yeah. How's it going? Good, how are you? Here. See how long they let me film.
Ooh, what's that?
I don't know.
Lionheart Special Edition. Got a DVD making of the album, making a live Beyond the Grave video.
Cool.
It's only $8.99. No, I've got the regular one, and I don't.
I'll hold on to it. I may not get it, but you never know. Stacks of vinyl. So this is Zia Records. We'll just do a little spin around here.
Do you need any of those?
And there's Trog.
Here's 7-inch, one of the new ones.
Yeah, I do need those, but
Need me to hold it?
I'm just gonna run out of hands in a second. They're all $2, $3, and $4 records. Still bargain bin records. Still, most of them in great shape. Very first Legs Diamond from 77, 78, which I'm really psyched to have this because I've heard great things about it. Seen somebody else show this on the VC, and I've been looking for their stuff ever since. I think this one was $3.99, so it's in fairly good shape. Has a little bit of ring wear. Record's got some, a little bit of markings on it, but it's very shiny. Sounds good. I only played the first song just to make sure it played okay. It wasn't warped, and it did. Continuing to fill up the Grand Funk collection. Grand Funk Lives. This might have even been an 80s record. 1980 something or other. I'm going to check it out. Can't remember. It's too dark in here to see it without me. Yep, 1981. Grand Funk Lives. This one I'd never seen before. I was kind of psyched to pick it up. Deep Purple Powerhouse. Sticker still on the back was, I think, $4.25. So out of these bargain bin records, this is the most I paid for this one. This was at Thrifty Joe's, I believe is the name of the store we picked this one up at. And has an unreleased track from, so we have an unreleased track called Painted House, which was recorded for the Who Do We Think We Are sessions, but was not included on the album. Has some live stuff, but it's all stuff from the Mach 2 Ian Gillan era of the band, and it's a cool record, man. Didn't even really know this thing existed. I believe this was a 1977 release. Had to look this one up on Discogs, so wasn't aware of this one. The next one I grabbed because it was cheap and in great condition, and I have an original pressing with the original cover, but this is the second pressing or the second cover on this one. Shades of Deep Purple on the Tetragrammaton, I believe it is, logo. Tetragrammaton label. And That's in fantastic shape. See the silver tetragrammaton logo. And I know you can't really see shape on a video, but you kind of see it's nice and shiny and clean. Yeah, I'm just psyched to have it. So I'm a Deep Purple fanatic, so anything Deep Purple I'll grab. Kind of like the Ted Nugent I showed earlier. If I find it for a good price, I'll snag it even if I already have it. If for nothing else, to give to somebody else, you know. This one here I picked up for, what was it, $2.25. It's got some ring wear here. Other than that, the record's in fantastic shape, and I love Frank Marino Mahogany Rush. This one definitely will be some VCLT for somebody because I just really love mahogany, you know, Frank Marino Mahogany Rush. So I'm gonna bless somebody else with this because I like them, so I'm hoping somebody else will. Ben, pick this one up on your recommendation. Surprised to find some status quo in the bins. This one was a little more than $5. I think this was like $5. Yeah, $5.25. So this is probably the most expensive one out of this bargain bin stuff. But this is in great shape. From the very early 80s. I looked at the back. Status quo, just supposing. So Ben, if you watch my video, let me know what you think of this one. I haven't heard it yet. Haven't spun it at all. Not sure if this is a good place to start with Status Quo or not. Because, like I said, I'm very unfamiliar with this band. So looking forward to checking it out. And then on the recommendation of Greeno and SMF Captain Howdy and some other people from the VC, Trooper, 2 for the show. This one was definitely a bargain bin one. It's not in great shape. It's definitely has some ring wear. It's got a cutout. The record's not perfect. So I'm going to keep my eyes open for a better copy of this. But I thought for I think $2 or $2.99 or something like that for this record. $3.25. Paid $3.25 for this record. So I was like, you know what? I really want to check it out because everybody's been, you know, recommending it to me. So, and I really like the first Trooper album. I believe this is their second one. So yeah, for $3.25, I grabbed it, and I'll keep my eyes out for a, you know, a cleaner, better copy of it in the future. These last two aren't metal, aren't even really hard rock, but I'm a fan of both bands, so I really wanted to grab them. This one I was never seen before. So Mike Oldfield featuring John Anderson. I'm a huge Yes fan, and John Anderson, you know, of course, was the vocalist for Yes. I also like Mike Oldfield. Not a gigantic fan. I do have some of his stuff, but when I saw, you know, Mike Oldfield and John Anderson together, had to snag up this little 12-inch. It's in fairly good shape. Has a little bit of noise, which is unfortunate because, you know, a lot of Mike Oldfield stuff is very like quiet, and you can definitely hear some noise during that quiet times. But it wasn't too bad. I cleaned it up once, gave it one spin. Got to give it a few more spins yet. Definitely a cool little 12-inch single to pick up, especially for what I picked it up for. I think it was like $2. And this one I grabbed at Zia for $2.99, I believe it was. Genesis, Tonight, 12-inch single, and it features a remixed version of Tonight that I believe is like, I need to double check it because I can't remember the length, but I'm thinking it's like 12 minutes long. Yeah, 11 minutes and 44 seconds. And it's not like one of those disco dance remixes from the 80s. It's actually a pretty cool remix of this song that I had never heard before. So kind of psyched to get that. Also has Paper Late from, you know, which was released on the US version of 3 Sides Live. Released as a single in the UK. And has the regular version of Tonight, and In the Glow of the Night. So yeah, Genesis, Tonight, 12-inch single. And this last one I picked up just because it looked cool. And I was really just looking for something with a cool cover to pick up. And some of you VC guys that I'm friends with know that I was sending out pictures to you guys. You ever heard of this? You ever heard of this? You ever heard of this? And thankfully, a couple of you guys, Aaron and Greeno, saved me from buying a really crappy record that had a really cool cover. But this one I picked up for, I don't know, it was $3, I believe it was, $2.99. Cheesy 80s art, but I loved it, man. I just thought it was so cool. 10 Best from the West, pure rock. Here's what's cool about it is it's from like 1987 or 88. It's all 80s bands chosen by KNAC, unsigned bands released by KNAC, which is a huge radio station back out of LA in the 80s, huge metal station. So yeah, there's some cool stuff on here, and you gotta love a band called Snake Rock. So you know that was the one that made me decide to grab it, especially for $3. It's not in perfect shape. Definitely has some scuffs and some marks and some light scratches, but I played it already. It plays fine. It does have some, popping and whatnot, so I may keep an eye out for a better copy of this, but I thought it was a cool album to snag. Definitely a lot of, very 80s sounding heavy metal and hard rock, but what's nice about it is all these bands are pretty much unsigned, so they're pretty raw sounding, which is, the way I like my metal to sound. Also came with a, it was a promo copy, so it came with the little promotional sheet, which I thought was kind of cool. And whoever owned this record also had a flyer for the Snake Rock show to promote this album, which I thought was cool. This was actually a mailer, because you can see it's got the little mailing thing on it. His address is on there. I'm sure he doesn't still live there, since this is from '88 or '87. But yeah, so that was a cool, bargain bin pickup. So that's it for that. But I did want to say also that what I didn't show in my first video is for Christmas, my mom bought me the Scott Ian I'm the Man book, which I've just started reading and looking forward to checking out. Put a few books back here that I'm actually all reading at the same time. And my daughter bought me this, which weighs a ton, the vinyl flat. Fixes Warped Records, and I do have a few Warped Records that I'm looking forward to fixing. According to Brino, who also has this, he says it works great. So I haven't actually used it yet. I'm waiting for the little heat bag to come in the mail, and once it does, I'm going to be fixing the record. So yeah, the vinyl flat. So I guess I'm doing a commercial for the vinyl flat. I believe this thing at Christmas time was $99. Weighs a ton. $99 with free shipping. As of January, it went back up. I think it's $119, $129, and the bag is, I don't remember how much the heat bag was. You can also put these things in the oven and cook your records, but I decided to go with the bag because it just seems like a safer way to go. So yeah, that's it for this edition of Vinyl Update, and hope you enjoyed it. I know I talked really fast, like I always do. I know I went through a lot of records really fast, but thanks for watching. Put some comments below. Let me know what you think of some of those records. I'm not familiar with all that stuff, as I've told you, and I'm looking forward to hearing your comments and having some discussions. That's why I do this. I want to talk music with you guys, whether you're a VC member or just someone who watches my videos, or even though some Ultimatum fans have told me they watch my videos just because they like Ultimatum. I don't care why you watch the videos. Let's talk music. That's what I do this for. So that's it for this edition. God bless. Stay strong.